Welcome back to The Road Show. This morning in The Buzz, Black Friday shoppers, better listen up. Your holiday shopping tradition may be in jeopardy. It could be lights out for Black Friday at the Wrentham Village Premium Outlets. The town of Wrentham is threatening to shut down the traditional midnight shopping after Thanksgiving, calling it a public safety issue. The event draws thousands of shoppers each year, often causing traffic jams and what officials believe to be dangerous situations. Also at issue, police say security cameras are necessary to ensure the safety, a measure which has not yet been implemented. Board members are holding a public hearing tonight to consider revoking the permission they've given for the past several years for the outlet to open at midnight. Police officials argue the outlets attract criminals and could even be a soft target for terrorism. Outlet officials say Midnight Madness shopping has been mainly without incident. So what do you think? I know a few years ago the traffic was just horrendous, and they had to shut down part of the 95 and the area into Wrentham. There were a few other incidents that happened that year. It was chaos, but this year, last year I don't think there were any problems. There
really weren't. I mean, that's it, and anywhere that you go. I mean, us being from Warwick, Bald Hill, I mean, pretty much from now till January 20th,
it will be crazy.
So I think if you know that that's what's going to be happening, avoid 95 on the area Black Friday if you don't want to go shopping. But it has been relatively okay. I mean, they do have a lot of police detail. I do feel bad because of the camera situation, and hopefully they get that fixed.
Yeah.
But
I know they said they were trying to also fix the traffic situation, which I guess last year they did have a new plan in place to move everybody in quicker and move in and out quicker so the backups wouldn't be so bad. But as far as the cameras, just put the cameras in.
Yes.
I think having the cameras there is a good idea.
I agree.
You never know if something happens. You can always go back and check out the camera and see maybe who did it.
I can see where concerns lie.
Right.
If you think about this, I mean, people are going to go shopping regardless of the time. If stores open at 12, 3, 5 in the morning, it doesn't matter. That's when shoppers will start. So even if you want to push it back, it really won't affect sales because that many people are still going to go to your outlets to get those sales and those bargains. But I think a lot of people aren't really thinking through like the dangers that happen not just in there but on the roads, and that's what my concern would be, was that you're up early cooking Thanksgiving dinner or lunch, whatever, however you do it. So you're up early and you're up the entire day, because if stores don't open until midnight, you're not going to go to sleep. You're not going to take that nap in between, because your house is probably abuzz with your family and your friends, and your plans are going. So I'm sure people are staying up well over, even 24 hours. And to me, sometimes a sleepy driver is worse than a drunk driver, a texting driver, no matter what it is. So I think maybe that's a concern for people too, is just the fact that at odd hours of the night, you're going to get a lot more drivers on the road. And let's say maybe there is that, drunk driver or two. Now there's more opportunity for something to go
And people's
wrong.
patience grow very weak when they're tired, especially in a crowd like that. I've never done the midnight shopping. I love Wrentham. I like going to Wrentham.
Midnight.
I've never done the midnight. Last year, I think we got up at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning and went out. But the crowds, I just can't stand the crowds.
Well, that's it. I can't stand it either. And the people who do decide, I have family members who work actually at the Wrentham outlets on Thanksgiving, at midnight, and they plan accordingly. So they'll, go to bed, they'll take a nap, they will make sure that they're not the ones cooking. And I think that's it. If you are the people working there, because that's what people complain about. They say, I feel bad for the workers. I've worked, that shift before. If that's your job, and that is not a plus of it. It's a con of it. But you just have to get over it and say, I need to take care of myself. I need to sleep. I need to nap. And it does stink. But people who want to shop, not myself, but people who want to shop at that time. They want the deals. Myself, I'll be sleeping. I'll be having my turkey coma. I'll be happy.
I've gone early, but I've never struck out so great that I'm like, I want to go again every year. And maybe it's because the things that I need to buy aren't particularly like the big screen TV.
Yeah, I'm not fighting anybody over for a game system or a big screen TV or anything like that.
No. I think all of this is because the board members are just upset that the cameras still haven't been installed. So for them to use words like terrorism and criminals are in my own backyard. You know what I mean? So I just think that they need to put the cameras in, and then that will make everyone a lot
If that's going to
happier.
make peace, just put the cameras in.
Yes.
I know it'll probably be expensive.
And I'm sure the town doesn't like that traffic every year either, but move.
Right.
Well, we asked our Facebook friends, some of whom
Michaela's
might be
going to pack.
shoppers. I know. I'll help you pack. Move on over. over. Amy Levesque-Macedo, she weighed in on this, and she says the frenzy will occur at any time. Midnight or 7. It's just as dark during the winter. It's true. If lack of security and cameras are an issue, it just needs to be fixed.
Sure, seems like a simple fix.
Yeah.
And Julie Ritchie Manzi says people should not be thinking about shopping instead of Thanksgiving. Girlfriend, I'm right there with you. I will stay home and eat more turkey. James Vandal says, I work there, and it took me, get this, 3 hours to get there for my midnight shift. I had to cut Thanksgiving short.
Oh.
It would
Shirley
be
had to
better-
work 4 hours.
I know. It would be better if we got to open up like at 7 a.m. so us workers could actually sleep part of the night.
Bring your turkey on the road.
Hopefully he has good leftovers.